Welcome everyone to this special show, and today we have a special guest with us, Miss Ashley Costello.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for reaching out too. We've been wanting to talk to you for a while, but our schedule was not quite matching.
Yeah.
You're a busy girl.
Seem to be.
Seem to be. Ashley is a very, very important champion and a very, she's a pride for us in Témiscamingue to have. She's the 7-time national champion,
Yeah.
2 times world champion. You are also a North American champion, a Pan-American champion, Quebec provincial, national. Like, you are the female version of champion in Canada.
Yes.
That's so
Thank
cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we prepared a few questions for you.
Sure.
So let's get started. How did this passion started, Ashley?
It's just something that I've always done and wanted to do, and I got into training about 13 years ago and found a coach, which is my husband now, Joey, and together we've been able to travel to 33 countries together.
Oh my goodness.
And we've owned an arm wrestling school. We live and breathe arm wrestling at our house, essentially.
And you started with arm wrestling or just?
I actually wasn't very athletic growing up. I didn't like gym class. I think I almost failed it,
Okay,
if I recall.
that's surprising.
My parents put me into multiple sports to try as I was growing up, and I never found anything that I really resonated with me
Okay.
until I found arm wrestling. But since I've been arm wrestling, it's allowed me to get into some other sports that support my arm wrestling, such as cycling and weightlifting, obviously, bodybuilding, rowing. There's been a few things that have progressed since I found arm wrestling. So
That's amazing. But was anyone in your family was arm wrestling
No.
that initiated you?
No.
No one?
No.
So you just took the initiative into your own hands, you went to a gym, you saw it, you liked it?
No, I went online and I found Ontario arm wrestling because I was living in Ontario at the time, and that's how I found tournaments, a coach, all of that.
You say, I might like this, so
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's something, apparently when I was a kid I said I was going to become an arm wrestler, so
Really?
yeah, so this is something that I've known from an early age.
That's great.
Yeah.
So you weren't always training. You
No.
started training seriously, you said 13 years ago?
13 years ago. Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask you, how old are you?
I am 41.
You're 41!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
you look younger than me.
Thank you.
So at 41, 31, so you started training at 28.
28.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of late though
It is.
in
It's
a
very late.
woman's life.
Yeah, because especially at the World Championships, because the athletes start as young as, I think it's 15, 16, but in their countries over in Europe, they start training when they're 5 or 6. Actually, when we were in Kazakhstan, we did a little tour of the nomadic lifestyle,
Okay.
and you can see some of the activities that they do over there. I actually sent you a photo. It's 2 round discs that are made out of rock, and they put wool down
Okay.
inside, and they mimic the arm wrestling motion to
Oh.
make this felt that's used for their yurts.
Oh wow.
But that's the job of the 5 and 6-year-olds over in Kazakhstan.
That's
And they're-
considered child labor here.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Over there it's accepted.
yeah, but you should see how good these arm wrestlers are.
At 5, 6 years old,
Yeah,
growing up, then
Yeah.
after they have
Yeah.
like,
they have that base strength, that core strength,
Hmm.
and it's amazing to see how these other countries can get to the top level so easily. But it's all of this hard work in their lives that have led to them becoming world champions.
wow.
So it's very interesting.
It's fascinating
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah,
So the cultural difference and yeah.
exactly.
Wow. Okay, I was going to move on with why arm wrestling, but you did answer that. You're your husband also arm wrestles, so it must be fun to train together.
Yes, fun. He's also my coach, so we butt heads a lot.
Okay.
But yes, it is fun to train with him.
So you bring the coaching at home also?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a constant, it's a way to live.
Yes.
It's not just when I'm training. It's also,
that's right.
Okay, wow.
And he also showed me some tricks to be able to incorporate everyday life, to have some aspect of training in it. For example, when we lift weights, we don't wrap our thumb around the weights because it strengthens your hand. So you don't wrap your thumb like this. You keep it like that.
So wow.
And it'll strengthen your hand, wrist, forearm. So if I'm shoveling, I don't wrap my thumb. If I'm sweeping, mopping, all of those things. That's just one example of how you can incorporate your training
in your daily life.
In your daily life. Or like going upstairs, you take 2 at a time.
Okay.
It works different muscles. So there's different things that you can do throughout your day.
And now it's just become a second nature for you?
Right.
That's right.
And so then you don't have to spend 2 hours in the gym at night per se.
Okay. Do you like going to the gym?
I love going to the gym.
Okay. Do you have a gym at home?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of equipment at home so that we don't have to just
pay and go somewhere else.
Well, it just saves time.
And money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be intrigued to see. You must be like something to see. Like I don't work out. I'm not there yet in my life.
Yet.
No, not
maybe
yet.
we can get you arm wrestling.
Oh, I don't know. I have a sore shoulder right now. I do, but once this is healed, I'd arm wrestle you. I'm winking at her. I'll lose, that's for sure. But just for the trip that I arm wrestled with the champion, hell yeah. Oh yeah.
We can do that.
We will once this is healed. So what's your goal, Ashley? Was this your goal to be a champion, or it was just a goal to be fit?
No, it was to be a champion.
Okay.
I would say right now my goal is to help others that want to get involved in the sport, to grow the sport in North America in particular. I sit on the North American Arm Wrestling Federation board, and we were developing the sport in some of the southern countries.
Okay.
We just had Puerto Rico join as a country officially, and we're working with Mexico a lot. They're doing really good work down there. So we're supporting them as much as we can.
Do they support back?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good relationship that we have with Mexico. So now I have to learn French and Spanish. So
they're very similar.
They are very
They're
similar.
very, very similar. If you can speak, like, I can understand bits and parts of, I don't speak Spanish.
No.
But I can pick up.
They are very similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just Spanish sounds so much better. All right, so what's your workout routine?
Well, I do a lot of core workout. So
what's a core workout?
Sit-ups, chin-ups, anything that works your trunk of your body, because you use a lot of, it's a static sport, so you engage all of your core muscles, and
yes, because when you like flex everywhere.
Yeah. We do a lot of hand exercises because your hand is probably your most important muscle. Muscles in your hand and your wrist. To be honest, I do a lot of hand, bicep, forearm, back, lat pulls, anything that uses your traps, your lats. Those are probably my most.
And you do that first thing when you wake up in the morning, or?
It changes, so it depends on my schedule.
Okay.
When I was working straight days, I had a regimented routine, but now I'm shift work, so I've had to change things up. 12-hour days are a little bit different for incorporating workouts.
Yes.
So to be honest, I haven't adjusted my schedule since I've been.
You didn't find that balance.
I haven't found the balance yet.
Okay, must be hard though.
Yeah.
You go days and nights and days and
Yeah.
nights. Oh yeah, typical
And,
shift. Yeah.
You know, if I'm leading up to a tournament, my workout is going to be different than when I've returned.
True, because you have to pump yourself
And if I'm dieting,
exactly you were
then
saying.
it's different.
Can you please elaborate with your dieting, like
Yeah.
before a championship, and because it's very complex and like.
It is. So the weight categories for each tournament are different. The one I just went to this past weekend was 150 pounds.
Okay.
Plus there's a clothing allowance. So they could give you maybe a 2 or 3 pound clothing allowance depending on what you're wearing. Because,
great.
For multiple reasons. So that weight class I obviously didn't have to diet for. But normally I walk around at 132 pounds, which is 60 kilo. And I diet down to about 121 for the World Championships,
Wow,
which
that's very light.
is 55 kilo.
Yeah.
So I'll diet for half of that, which is about 6 pounds, and then I have to account for when you get on the airplane and you're traveling for 30 hours, you're going to gain some weight.
Because you sit down for 30 hours.
Yes.
Oh.
So I order low sodium meals
Okay.
to make sure that I keep my sodium low because I don't want to retain too much water when I'm on the plane.
Okay.
And then when I get there, I have to sauna or use a hot bathtub to dehydrate. And you can lose, well, for me, it's about 6 pounds.
Per dehydration
Yeah.
in one shot?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
It could take anywhere from 2 to 6 hours to do.
Okay.
And then once you've dehydrated, you weigh in the next morning.
So you're telling me you're sitting in a sauna for 6 hours?
Well, you come in and out.
Okay, but for 6 hours,
Yeah.
that's intense.
Yeah, it is intense.
Okay, that's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Only, you see people crying at the World Championships because they didn't make their weight class.
So they went all the way there and
Yeah. Yeah, so you're only allowed 2 from your country per weight category at the World Championships. And if you come with a full team and you don't make your weight and there's no spot in the one above for you, you go home.
That's a tragedy.
It's very serious.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
and a lot of these countries over in Europe, if they win a gold medal at the World Championships, they get $250,000 from their government, or a house, or a job for your family.
Okay,
So there's a lot on the line.
it's not just a title that you win.
No,
It's way more than
for
that.
me it's a title.
Okay, for you it's a title,
Yeah,
but in other countries
Yeah.
it's way more. I can't say serious.
more at stake.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah. So
I would be stressed.
it is.
I'd be stressed out.
Yeah. So once you make your weight,
Yes.
then the rehydration process starts. Some people start with Pedialyte. I have a teammate who got me on to beef broth or chicken broth.
Okay.
So I take the little packets and I heat up hot water and I make a little cup of broth, and it's mostly sodium, so it put it into
Rehydrates.
your body, and then when you add water, it gets the water to stay in your body. So
You don't have headaches or anything like that
Oh, yeah.
when you get dehydrated? Because I personally do.
yeah. And normally, well, we're traveling while I'm starting the dehydration and the diet process, so it puts a lot of stress on your body.
And then you have your coach, Joey, that
Yeah.
sees and monitors everything that you eat and drink.
Well, he's learned to stay out of the dieting part of it,
Okay.
because usually I'm on edge. So he's stepped back from the diet part. He'll give recommendations, but he lets me do what I need to do.
Clearly,
is
it's
good.
which is working because you're
Yeah.
champion.
Yeah.
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 That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I'm not fit at all.
You can be there, though.
I can, definitely can.
Yes.
It's the drive,
When
huh?
I was pregnant with my daughter, I was up over 200 pounds.
Okay.
So it was it can happen for anybody. You just have to want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And have the motivation.
And I was not athletic at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
No, I didn't.
I have a hard time believing that.
There was no cardio in my life.
Okay.
Yeah. Now there is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
We all are.
Thank you.
This is seriously such a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like,
We're excited.
we'll talk about this soon.
Okay.
So we did your workout routine, your specific foods you must eat. White meat,
Protein.
red meat.
Lean meat.
You eat moose
lots of-
meat?
Yes.
Okay.
I love moose.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't have time to hunt.
Mm,
So.
yeah.
But
Lots of fruits. Is there
vegetables.
things you have to stay away in, like the healthy food?
Well, for me, gluten and dairy cause inflammation.
So no milk?
So I don't consume a lot of dairy or gluten, but that's just me personally.
No milk, no yogurt, no creamers,
A
no.
little bit of high quality cheese is the only dairy that I would use, or a grass-fed whey protein.
Okay.
Those are the only two.
No ice cream.
You know what? As a treat, once a year, I'll have ice cream.
Love ice cream.
Yeah.
That's a good treat. A good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went through the foods you cannot eat. When do you train? Do you train morning and nights? But as you said earlier, with your new schedule at RIAM,
Yep.
fluctuates.
Yeah. Whenever.
Does that make a difference though?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I was working straight days, I would do cardio in the morning for an hour, and then I would go to work. And then when I'd come home, I'd do more cardio if I were dieting, or I would weight train, or do both. So
How many hours in a day do you work out?
normally just under 2.
But at the beginning of your career, did you
It
add
was a lot less.
less
Yeah.
than 2 hours a day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It took me a long time. When I first started arm wrestling, I became a national champion pretty quickly. And then I went to the World Championships in Kazakhstan in 2011.
That's a long time ago.
Thinking I was getting a gold medal because I was the best in my country. And I had the mindset that I was going to come home with 1 gold medal. And then I got there, actually 2 gold medals, because I pulled left arm there. And I came home dead last. And I cried like a baby on stage.
You did? Well, no kidding.
Yeah,
If you
so I
thought,
I was very, very upset. And it didn't make sense to me because I was the best in my country, and I felt like I had a chance. I had no chance.
These women were...
The level of quality over there is just night and day between Canada at the time for me and the World Championships.
So you came back with a complete different
I did.
mindset,
I came back.
thinking what you did was not enough, probably.
Yeah, actually, I was only pulling right arm there. It was after I had broken my arm. So I broke my left arm in 2010. And
While training or doing arm?
during arm wrestling.
You broke your arm while at competition?
Yeah, in competition.
Ouch.
So I broke my arm, and I hadn't actually competed with it at the World Championships until this past World Championships in Kazakhstan.
Wow.
So for 12 years, it didn't compete.
Because of your broken arm?
Because it
You had to
rehabilitated, and it was weak, and it hurts, and I call it my baby arm. I do.
I see why.
But this past year, I said to Joey, I said, it's time to give it a chance. So I went to Kazakhstan, and in September,
I can touch it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. This is an honor to touch, guys.
So I won that right arm in the 60 kilo masters class.
It's beautiful.
And I also competed left arm, and I placed 4th. which is really good because it was my first world championship since I broke my arm 12 years ago or 13 years ago. And it was ironic because I was in competition, left arm, and my competitor broke her left arm this past world championship.
So did you like?
I had to shut off my emotions and walk away from the table. The girl was from Moldova, so she was distracting. She was screaming at the table, and I had to like shut off my emotions, walk away, and obviously my coach and husband Joey ran over because this is me competing left arm after I broke my left arm 13 years ago, and now my competitor
just broke her left arm.
Her left arm. So
twist of fate, kind of, huh?
So he runs over and he's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, I have to shut this off and deal with it later because I still have to go up to compete. I'm not done."
With a new competitor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to shut off my emotions, put them away for a minute on the shelf, and go back to compete.
Do you study your competitor? Like
No, I don't.
Okay,
But
you don't like go see pictures or videos of that
No,
person.
And a lot of people do.
Okay,
They
but not you.
No, they videotape all their matches, their competitors' matches. They spend hours going online, and I know my competitors study me. I know
Okay.
that because they learn stuff about me that they shouldn't know.
Okay.
So
Well, that's a woman thing, I guess. No.
no, it's both men
And women.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I don't put the time into. It's hard to tell from a video how somebody competes because you don't know the pressure or what the other competitor is doing per se
Okay.
at that time. So for me, it's not valuable time spent. So I don't put that time in.
But some do.
Some do.
Studies you.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you're national, you're a champion. This
Yeah.
must be intimidating to compete against you. I'd probably study you.
Would you?
I probably would. So Ashley, do you want to elaborate a little bit about your sponsors?
Yes.
Yes, these are
So I was lucky enough to have 3 sponsors this year for the World Championships in Kazakhstan. Camp Kipwa and RP Location here in Temiskaming,
Yep.
and Ryam. So
your employer.
they came through and gave me a generous sponsorship so that I could at least, substantially, partially cover the cost of going to Kazakhstan because
It's not cheap.
it was a lot of money. So I'm extremely grateful for their support, and knowing that my employer is behind me going there made a huge difference.
Believes in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a huge
It did.
thing. Yes, for
So
sure.
I felt like I was bringing my coworkers and my employment to the championship.
With you.
Yes. Yeah, they were there.
Good.
So, yeah, I'm happy that I was able to come through and get a gold medal, and they were behind me for it.
And then the pride to
Yeah.
come back and
Yeah.
show. Oh, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Must be. You don't get that many feelings like that
No.
in a lifetime,
And then
Well, good for
They
you.
put out a post and they shared my accomplishments. So sometimes I'll be going through the mill and I'll get random people come up and ask me about arm wrestling or congratulate me, and that's really nice to have strangers come up and say,
Recognize
"I'm
you."
proud of you." So
Oh, good
Yeah.
for you,
Yeah,
Ashley.
I'm
Well, it's so hard work. I mean, it's very impressive.
yeah,
Very
Yeah,
impressive.
very rewarding though.
Very rewarding, but you give you dedicate your life to this, so it has to be rewarding,
Well, and I hope that I can inspire some younger
Women.
that maybe aren't athletic like you and me,
Yes.
that can get to that place or find something, because there's so much out there. There's so much to see.
There is.
Yeah.
But it's the start, and it all starts here, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But young kids at home, that takes all your life, and and a husband on shift work, and you know, you gotta find balance. Yep.
For sure.
And fix your bobos.
Yep.
Yep. Team Canada is hosting the World Championships in Ottawa, so this time it will be way closer to home.
Yes.
In 2027, in 3 years.
Yeah.
You will be attending that.
Yeah, my husband and I are working, we put in the bid. We're the representatives for Canada. So we actually won the bid at Kazakhstan in the Congress meeting. So we've been awarded the World Championships. We're working to build our team right now of the group that will organize it. But
So you and Joey and your team will be organizing the Team Canada hosting
yes,
the World Championship.
yes.
Wow, that's another big thing.
Yeah, so we'll have probably between 1,500 and 2,000 competitors.
Wow.
Coming from all different countries, most likely be in September or October, and we're working on putting everything together, and we're going to need a ton of volunteers, so if anybody wants to be involved, we're going to need a team.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're looking for people for help in 3 years.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you guys want to be involved with Ashley and Joey Costello, please reach out to Ashley.
Yeah,
They'll be very happy.
yeah, we'll need a...
Well, how do you organize such a big thing?
Well, we start with the hotel and the venue.
Okay.
We need sound, lighting, stage. We need translators. We need food. We need transportation to and from the hotels.
You do the scheduling for the whole day, the days, the
Yeah.
competitions,
Yeah,
who's
we've got-
against who.
Yep. Yeah.
Big task,
It's-
big
Yes.
task.
Yeah. It's a big job, but
But you love it.
yeah, and we're going to make it spectacular because it's also the 50th anniversary of the World Arm Wrestling Federation,
Okay.
which was actually started in Canada. So it means a lot to Canada to have the 50th anniversary championships.
So it will be grandiose.
Yeah, we're gonna do some special things and highlight some key Canadians that took part in the building of the World Arm Wrestling Federation at the time.
That's amazing.
And yeah, it is. Actually, in some of the European countries like Bulgaria, if you translate arm wrestling, it translates to Canadian wrestling.
No way.
I'm not kidding you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So Canada has a key part in arm wrestling, and we want to make sure that it's celebrated.
So it's not just hockey, guys.
No.
Nope.
No.
Arm wrestling also.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'll
Yeah.
read on that.
Okay.
I will. I'm intrigued now. Okay. So I wish you good luck with that. I wish I could help in any way. Maybe TVCTK can.
Maybe you can come do interviews.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe.
I'd love it.
Yeah.
We'll see what the bosses says.
Yeah. We can get you interviewing athletes from all over.
That's quite intimidating.
It's fun though.
It must
You
be
know what?
fun.
You have some cool stories.
I bet,
You
yeah.
really do. Yeah.
We did not talk about
No,
these
we did
babies.
not.
We did not.
This one,
That's kind of cool trophy.
Yeah.
It's big
it's a bison.
bison.
Yep.
Yeah.
I won that this past weekend. We went to the Ottawa Open, and I won second in the left arm, which is
Oh,
surprising.
that was your broken arm.
Yes.
Good for you.
I had a tough match in the straps. I actually sent you some photos. So
Yes.
You can,
We'll show them on
Yeah.
the green screen.
so yeah, I won a really tough match in the straps, and my left arm finally produced some good matches, and I feel like it was a baby arm that I
bloomed.
probably babied too long.
Okay.
I should have given it a chance sooner, but everything happens at the right time. So yesterday or Saturday, it was its day, and I'm very proud that I was able to get a second place.
Congratulations.
Thank you. This one is from Mexico. We went there last March, around March, yeah. And I had a super match against a girl from Mexico, and this was my prize. And it says on it, they always do good stuff here in Mexico. In their native language, it says, may the power of the gods be with you. And that's their sun god.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can I touch it?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it's 3D printed.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So you get some unique awards, because a lot of award shops, they don't have a lot of options for arm wrestling.
Okay.
So a lot of the promoters have to get creative with what they're going to give, because you can only get the set of arms on the top of a trophy so many times, and then it's just like the rest. Yeah.
And you, you will be doing this as long as your body can?
I hope to be 120. In the gym, weightlifting, grandma.
Really?
Yeah, that'll be me.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll have to create a new class for me. Over 100.
Golden age.
Yeah.
Golden age arm wrestling
Sure.
championship.
Yeah, why not?
Oh my God, Ashley. We're so proud of you.
Oh,
the whole
you.
town is proud of you.
you.
We're proud to have you here in Temiskaming.
Yeah, well, I'm proud to represent.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll continue to cover you.
Oh, I love
For
it.
sure.
I love it.
Give us news once in a while.
will.
And I have you on Facebook, so
Yeah.
I creep, I watch.
Well, next time you can have me back, we can talk about Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
The World Combat Games. It was the first year that arm wrestling got in, so it was a historical event for arm wrestling.
Wow.
And I was lucky enough to be able to represent Canada and North America at that. Wow. So we can talk about that. That's a whole nother story.
That's a whole nother story. So next time we receive Ashley, which will be soon enough,
Yeah,
she will talk about the Sarabia area. I have trouble saying it. I'm French.
that's okay. It's hard.
Please.
Saudi Arabia.
Thank you. Please say it. So next time we will discuss
Yes.
about that. Bring us your medals
I
and
will.
your trophies.
I will.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
so much.
for taking the time to come talk to us, Ashley. We really appreciate
I
it.
appreciate it too.
And congratulations on everything, girl.
Thank
That's
you.
such an accomplishment. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching, guys.